All right, Coach, postseason is here, and I know that's the most thrilling time of the year for you guys. It's the time that you really can leave your mark on the history books here at the University of South Carolina. How excited are the guys to be at this stretch of the season where championships really are on the line?
Well, we're all excited about it. I mean, I checked yesterday, and I think about 11 of the top 32 teams in the country are in the SEC. So we all know that it's the premier golf conference in the country, and that this really kicks off for us what our goals are all about with our program right now, and that's having an opportunity to not only play against some of the best teams in the country, but hopefully be in contention on the back nine Sunday for an SEC championship.
Yeah, and there's no secret. I mean, we've talked enough over the last couple of months to know your goal is to go win the thing, not to place well or to get top five, but to win it. And as well as you guys have played in the spring season, especially your 3 tournament victories and the 15-shot win at the Hootie a couple weeks back, I know it's not a given by any stretch of the imagination, but if you keep playing at that level, I got to think you guys will be right there on Sunday.
Yeah, well, you would hope so. I mean, the reality is you could just go play okay and finish 10th. I mean,
Sure.
that's pretty easy to do in our conference championship. But if you look at our conference this year, there really are quite a few teams that are getting hot at the right time. I think we're one of them. Vanderbilt's played well the last few weeks. They've won twice. Alabama's had a good spring. Georgia's had a really good spring. We played with LSU at the Valspar a few weeks ago. They looked really good. And Florida had a really good fall. Had struggled a little bit, somewhat this spring, but they were in the top 10 just a couple weeks ago. So I mean, and I'm sure I'm leaving some programs out. Auburn is really good.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's obviously our goal is to win, but I mean, it's also the reality is that finishing top 5 is not such a bad thing either.
You're taking 3 seniors that have all played at this tournament. Of course, Matt Neesmith was the medalist last year. Will Starks made several SEC appearances. Sean Kelly as well. To have that trio that has been through the postseason before and knows what this time of year is all about, how big of an advantage is that for you guys?
Well, I think that is one of my concerns is that Scott Stevens and Keenan Husky have never seen the golf course. So I'm not worried about those other 3 guys. I mean, if they're on their games, they should be very comfortable there. Especially Matt, having played so well there last year. But we've got to do a really good job on Thursday in the practice round of making sure Keenan and Scott understand some of the sight lines off the tees, because it can be a little bit tricky there. It's also a place that a little bit of a subtle switch in wind direction can really change the dynamics and personalities of some of those holes. So, but we'll do what we normally do. We'll put good work in on Thursday and have those guys hopefully prepared for Friday morning.
You mentioned Keenan and Scott, and they haven't played at SECs before. They haven't seen the golf course yet, but they have maybe been, outside of Matt Neesmith, your 2 most consistent performers in the spring, especially at the Hootie, with Scott rising all the way up to the top 10 yet again, and Keenan obviously winning by 6 shots. What is it that has provided those guys with so much confidence that they can hang right in there with the lineup with a bunch of veterans this spring?
I think it's a combination of things. One is that they're both really good. Scott's been just, I think, incredible for us this year as a freshman. And we always knew Keenan was good. He just needed an opportunity to play, and he's finally got that this year. The other factor is that there's been so much attention put on Will Stark and Matt Neesmith that I think it's allowed those guys to develop their games this year without a whole lot of pressure on them. Everybody looks to Matt and Starkey to sort of carry the team. And those guys have been somewhat under the radar as far as that's concerned, but it's allowed them to develop, and now their contributions have just been incredible for us.
Runner-up as a team last year. I know the program has finished runner-up 4 times. I want to say you were here for 3 of those.
Yeah.
To hoist the trophy, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves, because like you said, you can play really well and still finish 5th at this tournament. But just to wrap things up, if you could hoist that trophy on Sunday, what would it mean for you personally and also for the Gamecock program?
Well, it's just it would be an incredible achievement for our kids and for the program. It's obviously one of the hardest tournaments to win in college golf, and so you don't put too much. I don't put too much stock into thinking about what that would feel like. I haven't never felt that before, so I can't really relate to it. I just know that it's been frustrating a few times to be really close, and you just hope that our guys don't want it too badly. You know, our program and the foundation of this program is built upon extremely good preparation and then playing loose and free, making good decisions and being confident and decisive. So you don't want those guys to get tight and try too hard, because at the end of the day, it is just a golf tournament. It is just another opportunity to help us prepare for regionals and hopefully beyond that NCAA. So while it is a big deal, it's also just an opportunity to get better.
Well, Coach, best of luck, and hopefully we are in that position come the back nine on Sunday.
I appreciate it.